On this week of the JSK Quickly Reflections, I'm going to focus on a trade that I took, Euro USD trade, that ended up being a loss. So I'm going to walk out through the idea as well as the analysis that led into the execution of the trade, as well as management of it and the stop loss that came after it. So coming back on the daily time frame, being my higher time frame, my higher time frame, where my bias, or rather the direction for the market, was based on, Euro USD has currently been weak, very weak since election, and once we closed below this support area, I was focusing majorly on this. I was focusing on this week, since it was a swing low. That from this swing low is what we get, we managed to get this retracement coming back up. Then price came and plunged down once again. So once we were coming, I was looking for this premium wick, since price was below it, to act as a resistance, or rather price to find resistance there and continue down with a bearish trend that has been continuing on with. So on this first day, we respected that week because there was a gap that was in there, but I was much more focused on this one. So on the first day, we respected the week. On the second day, we sort of came through it, coming up, wicking through it, but again we closed below it. But again on the other day, once we came and we closed now above the wick, so that now gave me the confirmation that now we are ready to probably go back up, target these highs, or maybe retrace all through up above this price action that has been here, coming and attacking liquidity that's lying all the way around here in form of swing highs that were forming as price was coming down. So that was the idea. But first, the first target was this swing high here. If we close above it, I was to leave my order with some position going on to come and tackle up liquidity that was resting up here. So right after we closed here on a Wednesday, we closed above this premium week with bullishness, with some sort of strength. So I was looking for simply a retest on the structure time frame. We are going to focus on that. So on the daily, just a retrace and price to proceed going on up higher. Now going down to my structure time frame, 1H. Here we have that the premium daily week. Now at this case, it became a discount daily week, but since we were up above it, so my focus now shifted to this discount week. Here I'm calling it discount week because price now was above it, so it becomes a discount price, whereby price, I'm looking for price to jump up from there and proceed going up. So as price was coming down, I was being patient. MACU, there was this liquidity that again was forming in terms of this sort of a retracement that was coming down. So that was another target, as well as targeting now the swing high that was resting, the liquidity that was resting on above the swing high that I've marked right here. So as the price was coming down, I was patient. I was kindly waiting to see the reaction of price around this week, because what I wanted to see, I just wanted to see a rejection of that week and price going up. So what sort of rejection was I after, or rather was I looking to see? I wanted my market to reject that price, change direction, closing above a swing high, to give me affirmation that we are proceeding up above, coming up above here. So that was the idea. On the structure time frame, the structure was aligning well, so I went down to my entry time frame, which was the 5 minute. And on the London session, that was my focus. So As the London session kicked in, we had liquidity being taken in form of these swing lows or equal lows that was resting here. Liquidity was taken right here. So now what was my next target, or what rather did I want to see? This would have been an ideal target, seeing a market closing up above here with strength, but that didn't happen. Market simply wicked up. So once I saw this week, I knew now that was it, having in mind we were coming down once again, rejecting this discount week. And here we had a change in market direction right above here. After we took out liquidity here, we came and closed up above here. So I was confident in taking this trade up above here, since we again inverted all these fair value gaps that were here. But again, since I saw now that week went up, in fact, as price was breaking above this candle here, I was actually now activating my order. The recording of this order as how I entered it, I'll link it at the end of this video, so you can see how I executed the order in place. Actually, I think I even executed it on the 1 minute, I'm not sure, but that was the idea behind the trade. And my stop loss was quite right there, was quite thin. I think it was on the 1 minute. For that kind of tight of a stop loss, it must be on the 1 minute, and I think that's where I'll see the price action nicely. And yep, exactly, here we are. I was on the 1 minute, and here we are. We are taken out again another swing low now here on the 1 minute, and market now was showing signs of not going any further. Having in mind it was during the London session, I wanted to see that rejection, but I didn't have pretty much of a confidence in terms of closing up. Again, as I've stated it on the 5 minute, this would have been an ideal change in market structure, seeing price close up above there with momentum. But I was just quick rush to enter the trade, and that was it. I executed the trade here. So I executed the trade here. Right after we closed here with momentum, I executed my trade. So I didn't see the sense of market now coming all the way down here again, since now we had this rejecting quite here, and it was well deep in during the London session. So the price action was just ready to pump up and go right to the target that I wanted to see it be hit. But that didn't happen, and I ended up being stopped out, and I was out of the trade. So once again, am I happy with the trade? Yeah, the plan acted well as I wanted. It's only that emotions took over during this around area, but that's something that can be fixed. But in terms of the idea and wanting to see the trade went up, everything went according into plan, only apart from patience issues and this FOMO, just eager to see the trade work out rather than being a little bit more patient. Once again, the day that I executed, it was on Thanksgiving Thursday, which again it was an holiday on the US. So I think that played a role too in the price taking long in going up. But according to the plan and everything worked as I worked. So moving forward, I'll be checking now to see, working out on the structure shifts, being keen much more on the structure shift and seeing a much more good of a structure shift taking shape. That will be it for this week's episode of Jake's Weekly Reflections. On to the